Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Thank you, Mr. Baker, for your donation. We greatly appreciate it.
Dad, thanks. Thank you, Miss Flores.
Thank you, Miss Flores.
Thank you for bringing food to supper club, Mrs. Flores.
Thank you, Miss Sanders.
Thank you, Miss Sanders.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mr. Valderas, for donating to supper club.
Thank you, Mr. Balderas.
Thank you, Mr. Valderas.
Meeting us at supper club.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Miss Donna.
Thank you for bringing food.
Thank you, Miss Donna, for supporting supper club.
Thank you, Miss Donna.
Thanks for bringing us food.
Thank you, Mrs. Flores.
Thank you, Mrs. Pelias. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Newman.
Thank you for bringing us food.
Thank you, Mrs. Newman, for helping out with supper club.
Thank you for the food, Miss Newman.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Miss Gomez.
Thank you, Miss Gomez, for bringing us food.
Miss Gomez.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez.
Thank you, Miss Mendoza.
Thank you, Miss Mendoza.
Thank you, Miss Mendoza, for bringing AP Lang food.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, for your support of our supper club.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, for bringing us dinner.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, for donating food for supper club.
Thank you, Miss Dibble, for the support of our supper club.
Thank you, Miss Dibble, for help piecing this together.
Thank you, Mrs. Dibble. Thank you, Miss Matthews. Thank you, Miss Matthew.
Thank you, Miss Matthew, for your support.
Thank you, Miss Reyes, for bringing us food.
Thanks, Miss Reyes, for donating to supper club.
Hi, Mama. Thank you so much for all that you do. I love you.
Thanks, Miss Brown.
Thanks, Miss Brown, for donating to supper club. Thank you, Miss Brown.
Thank you, Miss Brown.
Thank you for bringing us food.
Thank you, Mrs. Benavides.
Thank you, Miss Benavides.
Thank you, Miss Benavides.
Hey, Mom. Thank you for bringing food, even though I know you didn't want to.
Thank you, Miss Shaheen.
Thank you, Mr. Shaheen.
Thank you, Mr. Shaheen, for bringing us food.
Thank you, Miss Shaheen.
Thank you, Miss Shaheen.
Thank you, Miss Thomas. Thank you, Mr. Metz.
Thanks, Miss Thomas. Thank you, Miss Thomas, for bringing food for supper club.
Hi, Tita Mommy. Thank you for donating food for supper club. Thank you, Mrs. Narcisse.
Thank you, Miss Narcissus, for the food.
Thank you for bringing us food.
Thank you, Miss Williams, for the food.
Thank you, Miss Williams.
Thank you for bringing us food.
Yo, thanks, Miss Aguilar, for the food.
Thank you, Miss Aguilar.
Thank you, Miss Aguilar.
Thank you, Mrs. Shabby, for supporting supper club. Thank you for helping with supper.
Thank you, Miss Shelby, for your contribution to our supper club.
Thank you, Miss Aquino, for your contribution to our AP Supper Club.
Thank you so much for bringing food for our AP Supper Club. We really appreciate it.
Bringing food to supper club, even though you didn't know that I signed you up.
Thank you for bringing us.
Thank you, Miss Mercier.
Thank you, Miss Mercier.
Thank you, AP parents. We are so thankful that you purchased and made your wonderful children food to help get them prepared for the AP test. We know that your loving hands prepared that for them in order for them to do their best while they studied, and we just thank you so much for that.
Thank you.